Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to make a senator top or the male Buba. First thing that you're going to do is cut out two panels, one for the front and one for the back, using your desired length. However, the length of the back is going to be 2 inches longer. Okay, so we're going to start with the front piece. We'll be placing our measurements for the front of the top first. And the first thing that you will do is divide the shoulder into two and place that measurement. Then place the armhole length, that's your bust, your from your shoulder to the chest measurement. And you place it also at the end of the shoulder line. Then you use your ruler and connect the lines. Now come down from the shoulder line by 1 inch. Then take 3 inches for the neck width and 3 inches for the neck length. Now use your ruler and connect from the neck to this slant you made, and then you use your French curve and create the the shoulder, the neckline. Now on the chest line, place the chest measurement. So assuming that the stomach is bigger, if the person is bigger on the stomach, that's the measurement that you will use, and then you're gonna place it on the chest all the way down to the length. Okay, so after that you're going to create the armhole using your French curve. Then you use your ruler and draw all the way to the end of the hem. And basically the front is ready to be cut out. Okay, so this is the front, how it looks like after you cut it out. Now we're going to place the front on the back panel, and then we're going to trace on the sides and also cut out. However, the neck length of the back piece is only going to be 1 inch, so it's going to be 3 by 1 inch. You mark that out there, and then you trace from the 3-inch mark. Then you trace the shoulder to the armhole, and then you draw all the way down, and you're ready to cut the back piece.
Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no wonder right too. Here we go again.
Okay, now we are going to be cutting out the yoke or the back. So you get another fabric, fold it into two, place the folded edge of the back piece to the folded edge of the fabric. So the length is dependent on you. If you want to make it longer, you can. However, for me, I stopped just about 1 inch above the chest line. So you're going to pin it down, making sure the folded edge is matched correctly to the back piece. Then you're ready to cut it out.
Look, if you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change.
Okay, now after cutting it out, you place the yoke with the wrong side facing the back side of the wrong side of the back piece. All right, just like I'm showing you here, right side facing the wrong side of the back piece, and then you're going to pin all around the neck, because this is where we're going to sew.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide.
So now, after pinning it down, we're going to sew around them, around the neck area. And then when you flip it over, the right side of the yoke will be facing the right side of the back bodice. Okay, so now we're gonna put that aside.
I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out.
Now for the front. If you don't want to use a yoke on the front, I'll show you how you can cut out the facing for the front.
Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friend.
But for me, I will be using a placket, so I will be placing a yoke on my own later on. So if you don't want to use make a placket, so just make a notch at the center front, measure down the desired opening that you want, and just mark it, and then draw the line down. Then you place that on a folded edge of another fabric.
Look, if you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna
Okay, so now you're going to pin it down.
change, I can help you out. I can help you out.
And then you trace from your neckline all the way to the shoulder.
I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out.
And then you measure whatever length you got in the beginning all the way down. So here, some people might decide to, make any shape of their choice and, place it in the front. So you can do that as well. After that, then you're ready to cut out the facing. So now if you're making a design, assuming you want to make the design for the front, you will be cutting two of the fabric, or you can use a different fabric as the facing, and another fabric for the design. Okay, so that's how you're going to be. I'm showing you, you can easily curve it around, make a zigzag mark, anyone that you want, you can do that. So now I'm going to be cutting the sleeve. So I folded my fabric into four because I want to cut the both sleeve at the same time. First thing that you're going to do, determine the length you want and measure that. Then place it on your fabric. And mark that out. Okay, after you determine your length, you're going to mark out the cap line. So the cap line is use the chest measurement to divide it by 12 plus 1 inches, from plus 1 inch, and that's the measurement that I placed. On the cap sleeve, on the cap line, measure the armhole, the armhole, which is divided into two. You place that measurement, and then your sleeve round. You can use your free hand to create the armhole curve, or you use your French curve to create that. Then mark down to the length, and then you cut it out. Okay, so this is front and back pieces plus the sleeves, all ready to be joined together. So the next thing that we're gonna do is sew our yoke on the front piece. Remember, I'm using placket for this, so I cut the yoke for the front the same way that I cut the yoke for the back. So now, after sewing it, you're going to sew the edges down to the bodice. So the next thing that we're gonna do is to place the placket. I cut out a strip of fabric. It's about 7.5 inches, and also an interfacing, because the fabric needs to be sturdy and stable. So I press that down using my iron to fuse the interfacing on my fabric. Now I'm going to sew it all the way down, and also sew the bottom, leaving the top open so I can flip it over later. And this is what it looks like. So now I'll be placing this in the middle of the front piece. So we're going to be creating a slit in the front. So I'm going to measure out about 7.5 inches in the front. First, I fold my front piece into two to make sure that I get the center front. Then measure out the 7 inches or 7.5 inches. So to create this slit and make sure I won't make a mistake, I use my iron and press the front down. Then I went ahead and made this slit all the way to the 7 inches mark. Okay, so after you do that, you're going to place the placket on the left side of the fabric. So you sew it all the way down. First you pin it down and then you're going to sew all the way down to the 7 inches mark. So after you've sewn it, you're going to flip it over and top stitch. Then get another fabric, cut out a strip, and this will be going on the right side. I'm sorry, it will be going on the left side. So the placket is going to be on the right side, and then the small strip will be on the left side, just like I'm showing you here. So I've gone ahead and top stitch it. You stop stitch and go to the bottom and then come up by about 3 or 4 inches, and then you'll have your opening. And then it's done. Now the next thing is to attach the front and the back piece together. So to attach this, you're going to hold the yoke with the shoulder on the main fabric. Then you will flip over the shoulder to the other side, making sure you're holding all 4 of the shoulders together. So the idea is to sew and then flip it back over, and then you won't be able to see the seam where it was attached. So first you make sure you pin it down and that the shoulders are and the neckline is aligning properly. Then you will sew. So that's what I'm showing you here, how to pin it down. You have to take your time in on this portion to make sure that everything aligns properly. Then you will sew it. After you sew it and flip it over, it will look like this, both in the back and the front. Okay. So now the next thing is to attach the sleeves and sew the sides. Now you'll be leaving some slits at the edge. You're not gonna sew all the way down. So I left 6 inches, and then start from there to sew all the way to the sleeve. And after that, you will hem your you're going to hem it and then hem the bottom. So, and this is the top after I finished. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. So please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.